everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, A Day as the Tiny Chairman. Quirky's Early Morning Home Inspection. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Life with Chairman Quirky. Today, our fluffy little supervisor decided to start his shift extra early, way earlier than any human would ever consider reasonable. By the time the sun barely stretched its first rays into the house, Quirky was already awake, sitting proudly at the end of my bed like a boss who has called for a meeting at 5 a.m. With a loud, confident MRRP, he announced that the inspection round was beginning. I followed him as he strutted to the living room. His tail was raised high like a royal banner, swaying left and right in full authority. He paused at the shoes by the door, sniffed each one like he was checking employee attendance. Then he moved to the carpet, tapping it with his paw 3 times, quality control approved. Next, he leaped onto the sofa and scanned the room like a security guard watching from a tower. Once satisfied, he jumped back down and headed straight to the kitchen, where the true power moves happened. There, he sat in front of the fridge, staring at it with intimidating seriousness, like he expected it to confess something. When the fridge stayed silent, Quirky pawed my leg, signaling me to open it. I complied. He inspected every shelf with narrowed eyes, noting which snacks were low and which needed restocking. Only after he finished his cold air investigation did he allow the fridge to close. With the kitchen cleared, he tapped the floor twice. Let's continue. The chairman was only just getting started. By mid-morning, Quirky shifted from early inspection mode into full patrol duty. Every corner of the house needed proper evaluation. No drawer, no crack, no cushion could escape his piercing, suspicious gaze. His first mission? The balcony. He sat by the sliding door like the CEO of sunlight absorption. I opened it, and he stepped out very slowly, as if evaluating whether the weather was up to standard. He sniffed the air dramatically, checked the plants one by one, and even looked upward as if analyzing the sky's brightness. Only after he sat down and wrapped his tail neatly around his paws did he allow me to join him. Then came his favorite task of the day, stairway monitoring. He climbed each step carefully, stopping at every third one to look back at me, checking if I was keeping up, because what kind of employee shows up late to a chairman's tour? When we reached the top, he inspected the bedroom hallway like a building manager doing a surprise audit. A suspicious sock was found out of place. He slapped it with his paw. I guess, punishment served? And of course, no inspection day would be complete without testing the comfort level of all soft furniture. He jumped onto my bed, kneaded it aggressively like he was adjusting the clouds, then flopped over dramatically. But the nap was short. Chairmen don't nap, they rest strategically. 5 minutes later, he was up again, trotting off toward the bathroom for his next assignment, observing the running water. I turned on the faucet, and Quirky sat there like a tiny philosopher watching the meaning of life drip from the tap. Once satisfied, he meowed at me. Document the observation, human. It was barely noon, and he had already completed 10 inspections, for patrols, and 2 random micro-meetings that I did not understand. Chairman life is serious business. As sunset painted warm colors across the house, Quirky slowed down, not because he was tired, but because the final inspection of the day had to be performed with dramatic elegance. He walked through every room again, quieter this time, as if reviewing his own notes. He stopped by the window, stared at the dusk outside, and let out a soft trill. A tiny sound, but full of meaning. Another day of leadership well done. While I prepared dinner, he supervised from his chair, his official headquarters. Every chop, every clink, every stir was monitored. Sometimes he nodded approvingly. Other times he widened his eyes as if saying, "Are you sure that's the right way?" After dinner, he allowed me a rare privilege, holding him like a baby. He stretched, yawned the cutest little yawn, and pressed his head against my chest. A full day of responsibilities melts away in those moments. Quirky might pretend to be a strict little chairman, but at night, he always returns to being my tiny, soft, affectionate friend. Before going to bed, he made one final tour, checking that the living room lights were dim, the curtains lined up, the sofa neat, and the shoes arranged correctly. Only then did he hop onto the bed, curl into a warm, fluffy ball, and fall asleep. The chairman had logged out for the day. Watching Quirky spend his entire day managing the house might seem funny, but there's a gentle truth hidden behind his tiny inspections. He reminds us that even small actions, repeated daily, form the rhythm of our lives. Quirky wakes up early, moves with intention, checks his space, and keeps everything in balance. While we may laugh at his seriousness, there's something meaningful about the way he handles his little responsibilities. He doesn't rush. He doesn't overthink. He just does what needs to be done, one corner at a time, with quiet confidence and curiosity. From his simple routines, we can learn to slow down and appreciate our surroundings more, to tidy a bit each day, to notice details we often ignore, and to create a comfortable environment that feels safe and peaceful. His daily patrols also remind us to stay active rather than letting things pile up, whether it's chores, stress, or thoughts we've been avoiding. And perhaps most importantly, Quirky teaches us about presence. He lives every moment fully, whether sniffing a plant or supervising dinner. If we approach life with the same calm, consistent attention, even ordinary days become meaningful. Sometimes, being your own chairman starts with just taking care of your space and yourself.